Hello,
Oh,
Gia.
hello. Sorry, I was coughing.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. I'm all right. Okay, how's it going?
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. It's a Monday. It's a chilly Monday.
Chilly Monday. It's warming up here, baby.
Baby, listen to
Baby, it's
you.
warming up here, baby.
Gosh. Okay. I have a hot beverage. That's what I'm doing today.
The
Lots
old
of hot
man
beverages.
just fixed. You know how you gave him some sort of weird mushroom coffee for Christmas? He just made a cup of that.
Oh, okay. Was it mushroom coffee? All right.
Or I don't know. I didn't read it. It said something to do with mushrooms. That's why I thought it was for him.
Oh, well. Okay.
All right. Anyway, it smelled delicious, but
Hmm. You should look at it because I don't remember it being entirely mushrooms.
maybe it's for me. Maybe it's
Maybe.
something. He's going to be up
Yeah.
at like 2 in the morning going, what the hell was this stuff?
Oh no.
I don't know. I put it on his side of beverage cabinet because I assumed, well, anyway, it smelled delightful, but I
Okay, good, good.
didn't have any. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying your hot beverage. And
Sure, sure. Mhm.
I hope you enjoyed 2 episodes of General Hospital, and we'll talk about them now.
Starting now. Okay. Yeah. Well,
No, we can talk about personal things as well if you want to, if you need to.
if you need to also, Gia, this is a safe
Okay.
space, more or
All right.
less. Um, well, I while these episodes were fine, they were not as exciting or satisfying as the last
The
few
last
episodes.
couple,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
a little more, what do we call it? A little more housekeeping was going on, I guess.
Yeah, and also just the whole like the politics. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to endure a lot of political stuff, you know.
I know it's unfortunate that the world of politics is so intrusive in everybody's lives right now. Well,
Yeah.
not everybody, maybe it's just here in the US but it feels
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
um
It feels like
did the
yeah.
writers know that this all this shit was going to be hitting the fan and we were going to be, or did they think that
Well,
would attract us to a political story? Like,
I don't know. I don't know, but at this point I think they should know that a lot of us have had our fill.
we've had
Yeah.
it on a daily
Yeah.
basis, yeah.
So
But
anyway, and
anywho,
also, yeah, it's this new Willow, and I thought Jacinda made a very good observation. I can't remember if that was today, maybe, where she
I think
said we
so.
all might see a new version of Willow that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, right. But I think she
Um,
was saying maybe like hoping, like in a hopeful way, that we'd see an improved
yeah,
Willow that was,
like maybe
yeah,
right. It could go in a positive
yeah,
direction,
yeah,
possibly, but I
yeah.
don't
We'll
think
see.
it's going to.
And of course, I missed Ezra terribly.
I know.
I knew we were gonna have a stand-in today, and I love those moments. I don't know why.
When they tell
When
you.
they say, yeah, the role of Ezra Boyle will be played today by blah blah blah, and I'm like what other audiences? I mean, maybe in theater or
Theater,
something.
definitely theater. Yeah, you're sort of you have to expect that there might be a change.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
just love that we have that little intrusion from the
Uh-huh,
outside
uh-huh.
voice, and we're all like, oh, okay, thank you. And
When I heard that voice, I thought, "Oh dear, Gia's gonna be devastated."
no, I knew they had said it. I mean, you're not on Facebook enough to know, but the our real Ezra was held up by the most recent snowstorm stuff. Of course, this is weeks
Oh, okay.
ago,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I think he couldn't get out of wherever he
Mhm.
was due to
Okay,
flight cancellation, and so
uh-huh.
this.
Alright. You oh,
um,
so okay, well, I get it. That's all acceptable, but I was thinking, "Damn it," just as his character's becoming, like, this sort of pivotal sort of
Yeah, no, I
role.
think he'll be back. I think that was just a
Mhm.
literal like stand-in for the day. I hope.
Yeah, yeah, that just
Mm.
seems so unfortunate because
Yeah, I mean, not that this guy did a bad job or anything,
right,
but
right.
I was glad I knew so I didn't flip out. Like you flipped out apparently.
I did a little bit, yeah, yeah.
for on my behalf, right? Because I love
Mostly on
him.
your behalf, yeah, because I
Yeah.
know you've got the pants feelings for Ezra now.
I don't
Um
even know if it's a pants feeling. I love a broken character, you know?
Mhm. Yep, yep. Well, yeah, and that was sort of what was frustrating because a lot of the lines today, I thought, "Oh, delivered by the original actor, this would have had a lot more weight."
Would have had more impact, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, alright, I'll try to get past that.
Okay, but do we wanna I have one other question not quite on the same topic, but,
Okay, uh-huh.
it's about television. Are you going to be watching this reboot of Scrubs,
Scrubs
or
already have.
already
Almost mentioned it to you because it's a medical show, which is
it
what we're all
is,
scholars of the medical
and
show.
I knew you were a fan
Yeah.
of,
Uh-huh.
Scrubs, and I haven't watched it yet. It's weird to me that they, like, just let it go, like, they're not redoing it,
Right, right, yeah, it's not a
they're
reboot,
just
it's
they're
just
just
a
starting it up
resurrection.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but my one thing that I wanted to say about it was, all of those actors look exactly the freaking same. Like,
They look pretty good, yeah,
how
yeah.
did they do that?
I don't know, Gia, lighting, makeup.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, they look incredibly the same. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's kind of
Mhm.
amazing. But
It is, yeah.
anyway, was it enjoyable?
It was enjoyable, yeah, and I think, they're all these networks now are tapping into, like, our desire for something that's comforting in these trying times, you know?
Yeah,
So I
man,
think
maybe.
that's
Yeah,
mostly what's driving some of these reboots, but,
reboots that we don't have to think too hard because it's already everything's built in, kind of.
yeah, and the characters that we know and love are back, and it's they have advanced their lives and stuff. Things have happened, so it does feel like they did a pretty good job, I think, of like bringing it into the here and now. Like
Okay.
I don't know if you remember when like they brought back Murphy Brown briefly,
No.
and yeah, and that seemed like it had been so long, and when they brought it back, it was just kind of the same, and it seemed like things have changed, like, even in sitcom land, like, w
Yeah, yeah.
and they didn't seem to really have changed with the times as much as they needed to. So,
Mm, okay.
anywho, yeah.
Oh, I was looking it up. So that character, that picture they used of the stand-in for Ezra Boyle, the
Mhm.
picture they used for him, that must be from like 15 or 20 years ago. S Per Soap Opera Digest, Lewis will pinch hit. Patrick Scott Lewis is his name.
Mhm.
Uh, Lewis previously guested on GH. So if it's already guested as somebody else, that's interesting. Anyway,
They know
it's
we
just a temporary, but they say it's definitely a temporary recast.
yeah,
So,
yeah, okay, okay.
never fear. Don't worry. Be okay.
Okay. All right. I'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll all get through this.
We'll all be fine. Okay. Should we back up to Friday?
Sure, sure. Okay. So this was one of the issues that was bothering me a bit. Like Portia and Trina back together.
Oh, right. That
Trina
was a big, yeah. They
and
hugged about 8 million times.
yeah, Trina
Yeah.
had done like a complete 180, like a manic kind of 180 where, suddenly she's like all is forgiven, and it just kind
I
of felt
want you to be happy. And yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Isaiah got through to her, but it just kind of feels like I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not so unusual for a young person to, you know,
Mm,
flip
to
like that.
forgive somebody? I think that is unusual for a young person to
I mean,
forgive
to
somebody.
change their mind so
Oh, yeah.
you know.
I think that, I mean, we already talked about how we both felt like the writing needed to be a little more weighty or magical or something in the scene with Isaiah and
Yeah,
um
yeah, right.
what's her name? And maybe if that had had a little more heft to it or something that made you really go aha or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, right, right.
But yeah, the reunion, even though we both like very much wanted that to happen,
Mhm,
it just
mhm.
felt kind of false or hollow or something because it was
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing there, but
I
I don't
think
know.
we could see the strings too much, I
Yeah.
think, is what
Yeah,
happened there.
definitely. Definitely. Yep. So there was that, and then we had Lucy's reunion with Maxie, which I don't know, I keep thinking maybe like somehow people should have been like desperate to see Maxie, and instead like they're kind of waiting for Maxie to come find them, you know?
Yeah, Maxie to come back to work and yeah.
Yeah.
Although in Lucy's case, maybe she was hiding her head because of not wanting
Right,
to
right, right.
show her all the bad news about the company.
Yeah, that's
And you know,
possible.
Lucy's a little squirrely, of course, so
She can be squirrely, that is
she
true.
can be magnificent and she can be squirrely.
Yes,
I
yes.
think I have both. I do that too. I have both those qualities, you
You're
know.
magnificently squirrely.
Sometimes I am. Yeah. Can be a real shithead sometimes and how it happens. But we've kind of seen a lot of Lucy for past couple days. We're getting a lot of
We have, that's
yeah.
true, and even though, like, she knows Sidwell is bad news now, she doesn't seem to know the depth of how bad he is, right? I mean
No, I feel like nobody but Brit who got to see
mhm.
someone shot
Yeah,
before
yeah,
her eyes, like shot like at such
mhm.
close range that she was almost in danger too.
Yeah, yeah.
So like for her, it's very it's real.
It's very
But
real.
for everybody else, it's like you can tell them over and over and over again, but they just everybody has their own like hubris about like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
I can handle it. I'm, you know,
Right, right, or and
and it's
maybe
like,
also, like, since most of these people have also killed someone, they're not as
yeah,
phased by it, you know?
we're not laughing at people killing people, but
No, but when you live in a town that's in a soap
yeah,
opera, you know, things
yeah,
happen.
yeah. But you're right. Like, has Lucy killed people too?
Hmm.
Probably. I can't. Nothing. Nobody comes to mind, but she
Nobody
probably has.
no, but she's probably been part of enough shady deals, you know, and
Yeah, yeah.
been
But it was I did like having Maxie like back in the office and like in control. And of course then we had
Mhm.
the showdown with Sidwell
Yeah,
shortly after.
yes, that's
Um
right, and I didn't like his expression when he was leaving the room because he said, "We're not done." I mean, you know?
I know, I know. I mean everybody is really putting their head on the chopping block when they're
Yeah,
going for him. I mean, I guess like God bless Maxie. I mean, Maxie, they have no clue that
mhm,
he was the reason Maxie was in the
right.
coma.
Right, right, and they still don't seem to have any curiosity about how that all happened.
Right. I know. Yeah.
Mm,
Um,
I don't
and
know.
they're just like putting stuff on the shelf at you know, the police are like closing up shop on all kinds of things. It's like,
I know.
well, I guess we're done with that one.
Yep, yep. That's
Um,
true.
yeah. So I mean, it was great seeing Maxie being her like edgy self again.
Mhm, mhm,
Um, and she
but
looked fabulous. She's like tiny again,
she's
like which
very tiny, I know. I
um
know. Hmm.
I hope all is well
Me
in the I
too.
mean, she was always very tiny, but
Mhm.
I worry about
Yeah,
people. I know they've had health stuff. I
yeah.
found myself today, and this is just shows how like gullible I am. Like when Ned was on, and I was like, "Oh, he looks
Mm.
good. I'm so glad he's taking care of his heart now."
I know.
You know,
I know, I started thinking, maybe he had a real life heart scare,
I
so he's
know. I'm like,
you
I
know?
was just like, I'm such an idiot about it. Like,
But he did look like he lost weight, didn't he?
yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, it's working. He's really been working out, and he's you know watching what he's eating.
Yeah,
Um,
they don't have to ride him as hard now.
but anyway, we wish Maxie nothing but the best, and I hope
Yes,
all is well in the
yes.
aneurysm department. Right? That's what it was. Brain
Yeah, I
aneurysm.
think so, I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, she did look fabulous and like back in action in the office, and that's she was very
Mhm,
effective. Like back, like just went behind the desk, and she's back at
mhm,
it. And
mhm, mhm.
but yeah, Sidwell, right? And Sidwell, I love how exasperated he is with everyone. Like like, will you not understand what a bad guy I am? Why
Yeah,
is it
right,
taking you so
right.
long to get it?
Yeah,
Um,
I just want to play this charming sort of guy, but you're
Yeah.
forcing me to be a murderer.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
You're, I
He
wouldn't
really
murder you
does.
except that you've left me no choice.
Yeah, he does like lay the blame at everyone else's
Yeah.
feet. Like, well, you left me no choice,
Mhm.
Marco or whoever. Yeah.
Yep, everybody. So,
So
yeah, so
we
she's
we
right
have
back
that to
in the
look forward
crosshairs.
to.
Yeah. Mhm.
Whatever Max, and I mean, it's gonna like he's gonna. Do you think he's gonna reveal to her that he was the one that
Ooh.
put her in the coma and like try to get her to heal?
I don't think so. He doesn't seem to like to, beat around the bush. He likes to just pull that trigger.
Yeah, that's true. The only effective shooter on the whole show.
Yeah, sadly.
Um,
So we'll see, but it does seem like she's right back in his crosshairs.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but I don't know. It seems like there should be a rule that if somebody's attempted to kill you, this year, then you get a year without, dying again.
Well, poor Drew.
Except
I
for
mean,
Drew.
I bet he
Drew's the
wished.
exception.
I bet he wished that rule was in place earlier.
I know.
'Cause,
Drew, he's the exception that proves the rule.
oh my God, he is absolutely slaying it as Drew in the wheelchair.
Oh, can
I
a
mean, don't
person
you think? Like, I didn't know he was going to be so good at this, but he's like, I mean, not that I had any doubts about his skill as an actor, but like he is
right.
so convincing at this, you know.
Not talking, yeah. I know. Can you get an Emmy if you had no lines?
Well, it's almost, it's like Gromit. Like you have to act harder.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
It's harder to do that, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah,
isn't he
yeah.
conveying everything he needs to convey just in the posture or the lack of posture or
Yeah, yeah,
everything, the eyes,
yeah,
um
yeah.
that neck brace thing
The
was
neck
like that
brace was
stroke of
it
genius.
really was, yeah. Having him propped up there for the photo
Yeah.
shoot, that was
Oh my
so sort of
God.
funny, but also, of course, sad. Sad for
Yeah, doing a photo shoot with him, like, oh my god.
and they all talk as if he can't comprehend or hear them,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
who was it that left the room and they said goodbye to, like, Laura and Willow, but not Drew or something, somebody
Oh,
left
yeah. Well, that I
and
mean, that happens, and that happens fast. I mean,
yeah.
I kinda, like, have observed that over the years working with, kids with special needs, like, if you're
Yeah.
working with
Yeah.
nonverbal kids and
Mhm.
people just say shit, it's like
Mhm.
they're right there and you don't know what they're comprehending or not,
Right, right, yeah.
I mean, it
Mhm.
is easy to do that,
Right, but as far as everybody knows, he's got this sort of locked in sort of syndrome, but
right.
they think he understands, right? I mean, they're asking him yes and no questions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I think that they're basically. I think they implied that he was totally there. He's just
Mhm.
unable to
Yeah.
move or communicate.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes it even and like oh my god, just the Willows.
Oh
Oh,
god. Oh, yeah, and
she
I did now that you mentioned the makeup, that was very obvious to me now that I'm looking for it.
yeah, like they've got like liner, like it's
Yeah.
almost Egyptian or something. Like
Yeah,
this,
it looks
like
like it would be very uncomfortable.
yeah, it's like they're lining the inside, like the corner of the eye where
Yeah.
your like nasty, crusty boogers hang out, and they've got it like black lines in there even,
Uh-huh.
you
Yep.
know,
Yep. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
must be hard to get all that off. But yeah, much more dramatic makeup now,
Mhm. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
which I think is a good indication of she's not like Willow from Sunnybrook Farm anymore.
Nope. Nope, not the doe-eyed Willow anymore.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
doe-eyed, slow-eyed, yeah,
Side-eyed.
side-eyed, yeah.
Wide-eyed. Okay, so we also had a little scene with Nathan and Liesel where she tried to read him the
Oh,
ride
yeah.
back, and he
Yep.
he snapped a bit, which wasn't very Nathan-like.
Right, and everybody noticed, and so I think we were supposed to notice.
Right,
I
right,
think we were supposed to think, the programming might be, kicking in
yeah,
or
uh-huh.
or breaking a little. Maybe the cracks are gonna start
Right,
showing.
right. Yeah, maybe, maybe. I mean, that is the only way to get Liesel to obey, I think, you know?
Yeah, you gotta really, yeah,
Yeah.
shut her
Um,
up. But it would have been fun if they'd had her look at him and have suddenly have Faison's face superimposed
ooh.
over him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yep, yep, yeah, yeah.
like
That's
just a little, like you sounded just like your father.
yeah.
You
Ooh,
know,
that's a mean thing any to say to anybody, isn't it? Yeah, sounding like
that's
Faison.
oh, or just like your father. Yeah, because my brother used to say that to me whenever he'd get mad at me. Like, we'd be arguing about something. You sound just like Dad. You know, and
Ouch.
he didn't mean like in a good way.
Yeah. Uh, your dad was nothing like Faison, though, just for the record.
No, he
Anybody else?
really wasn't.
No, no.
Short, very short hair.
And I as far as I know, Faison didn't like show tunes.
No, no. Oh God, yeah. It just reminded me of that. What was it? Music Man?
Or Oklahoma, I can't remember. Yeah.
I think it was Music Man.
Was it Music Man? Okay.
He liked
Mm.
Oklahoma too. So my friend here, my good friend here, gave my father a CD of Music Man, which my father played at top volume for years. Like just, uh,
Oh, dear.
I do
Dear,
not
dear.
like show tunes.
No, some I guess I don't generally, but there are some soundtracks that I liked.
Really?
Anyway, yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Really?
Um, yes. Oh dear.
Maybe
Let's
like Jesus Christ Superstar? Is that
well,
a show?
actually, you're
Can you call
close.
that a
You're
show
close.
tune?
Yeah, I had the soundtrack to
Hair?
Godspell.
Oh,
Godspell. Do you remember
Godspell?
that one?
Okay.
Yeah. Although the record I had was like a misprint, so it had the same songs on both sides,
Oh,
which I
I thought you
didn't
were gonna say
mind.
it was like something like,
Something
God's
gross.
Gob Stoppers or something instead of,
Oh dear. Anyway, okay, let's see. So we had the little interview with Willow and Lulu with Nina sort of
oh, yeah,
coaching.
yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
another thing I didn't enjoy that very much.
What aspect of it?
Every single aspect. I it's the Lulu reporter role.
Yeah, the
I don't
intrepid
know.
reporter. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't like that
exactly,
either.
exactly,
Yeah.
and she acts like yeah, she's just, like, got this sort of, like, street smarts and instincts, when it comes to whether a person's being sincere or not or whatever, I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, the whole, like, Willow's little speech and Nina is sort of, like, just, helping her, like, sort of answer these questions that
The
she
one part I did like was Nina getting up and leaving, like, realizing the only way she could hold her tongue was to not be there,
well, that
you
was
know?
surprising to me, yeah, that she would have
Yeah.
realized that and had the ability to control herself like that. That's
Yeah,
progress. Yeah.
yeah, that was growth.
Mhm.
And then I
Mhm.
also kinda liked, I mean, I know Willow is evil now, but I kinda liked her, like, when Nina was like, "I'll back off," and she was like, "No, no." I
Mhm.
like that they're kinda getting closer again. I know it's probably not for good, I don't know,
Right,
but
right. Yeah, I know, man. At some point, Nina might find herself in a very difficult position,
I know. Yeah, because she's gonna realize, I think, at some point, and then
That's
she'll be at a crossroads, like,
yeah,
do I
right.
support my daughter,
Mhm.
the murderess that
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, because Nina hates Drew as much as the next guy more, so
Yeah, yeah.
but she would like to think her daughter is a gentle person.
Yeah, and she's just, like, fit to bursting with this whole her daughter being the congressperson, and it kinda
Yeah.
reminds me of, like, when my parents thought I was gonna become a college professor, you know? Like, it looked like that might be a possibility at
Uh,
some point,
uh-huh,
you know?
uh-huh. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it w and it was almost, like, painful to me to see how like, how happy they were about that and
Mhm.
how therefore I must have been disappointing them so badly up until that point, you know?
And after that point.
Yeah, and after, because I never became one, you know? I think, like, when I hit my 40s or mid
Mhm.
40s or something, like somewhere along the way they like made peace with the fact that I was just a weirdo. And then we all enjoyed each other's company so much, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But
right.
I think up until a certain point, your parents, or if your parents are like mine, they have like such aspiration for their children, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah, that's part of it, but also I think maybe this will probably sound sexist to you, but I think like daughters, maybe especially, they're just worried like about them sort of being taken care of, whether it's taking care of themselves or having somebody else to help with
yeah,
that,
yeah, I think they thought I'd emerge from college with some, like well-off frat boy that was gonna
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and that
uh-huh.
didn't happen, and
No, no, it didn't.
no.
Oh,
Yeah,
funny.
so that could be just the worry of, I don't know, I took it more like that, they'd put me through this nice school and all,
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
the
I don't know, but I remember just like feeling such a cringy feeling like, "Oh my
mhm,
God, they're so
uh-huh.
worked up about this."
Yeah, yeah,
And I
and
feel like
well
that's how Nina is with Willow.
right, right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and there is probably a little bit in their sort of feelings that it would be so nice to have, to be able to tell their friends something that's simple,
Something
you know?
positive. Yeah, something
Yeah,
easy for them to understand and like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
right,
right.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Oh,
never
well.
gave them that.
I'm not sure I gave them that either, my parents. No.
Oh, I think you probably did. You had a bookstore. You had like
Mm,
real jobs and things.
yeah, but never like it was always like backing into something generally, especially
Sure. Yeah. Well,
anyway, but who cares now, It's all
did
behind
they
us.
did they express disappointment or glee or any of those, or were they just kind of in their own?
They were a little more stoic than that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never glee. I don't remember any glee. But, it's all fine. It's all
Family
fine.
dynamics.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Nina is like a little bit cringy to me with this whole
Yeah,
um
right.
just how beside herself she is about
Mhm.
Willow
Yeah,
taking on this role. I don't know.
right, right. Yeah, and also, like, because, like, if you really think about it, it's not necessarily a noble role, especially these
No,
days.
I mean, I think her pride, of course, she didn't know who Willow was then, but when Willow
Mhm,
was a teacher and she was a
mhm.
fine teacher,
Yeah,
that would have
yeah,
been the proudest moment
right. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a hard and very noble job. Any teachers
Yeah,
out there, God bless you.
yes,
'Cause
yes, yes. Thankless.
yeah,
Thankless.
for the
Yeah.
most part, it really is. And
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
good ones are just amazing at what they do.
Mhm. Yep.
Um,
Right.
anyway, so we had that. Okay, did we have anything else of import on that day?
Yeah, we sure did.
Good.
We had Marco and Sidwell had a conversation about
Oh,
Sunny, about getting even with Sunny, which,
yeah, hanging out on the parapet. People should not be
yeah,
hanging out on that parapet.
no sir. No siree. But Sidwell, like when he was talking about how like the plan's kind of in motion, I don't know if I believed that. I mean, I suppose it is, but it also seemed like he kind of wanted to like sort of stop Marco from doing anything more or believing that, he needed to take action himself. You know what I mean? I'm not sure.
Um, yeah, maybe that was it. I don't know. They're just making me nervous now, all of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
right.
Lucas is just being like,
Oh, Lucas, my God.
yeah, my God, Lucas.
He's like all over town telling, he's being
Yeah,
very
and I mean, it's kind of like it seems very I can see how he's related to Carly with the sort of like just the
mhm,
pig-headed like
mhm.
I'm going to do what I think is right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though people keep telling me I'm going to be killed. Um
Although, yeah, like, so when Britt summons him to her office and this was a little bit unexpected, I thought, like, she was kinda pressuring him to get it done, right, to get the medicine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, right. I know that's bad. But I
Yeah.
do like them teaming up.
I do
I
too. I
yeah.
do too, but it feels like, Jesus, Brit, you're supposed to
I
be trying to
know.
protect him, you know?
Yeah, a little bit selfish, but her
Yeah.
life's on the line,
I
you
know,
know.
and she
So,
is feeling desperate now because she
yeah.
knows the clock is ticking. So, yeah, it all kinda makes sense. Also, I thought it was very crazy for Lucas to go back to Marco and think that
Yes,
he
I
was gonna
know.
help him. Ugh, he's just like he's such an open book, you know?
I
I
know. I
jeez,
know.
God,
Not protecting himself at all. And yeah, I
no.
know.
Thinking he can
Like, and
completely trust Marco.
yeah.
I don't know.
I know. We're both
I
just
mean,
like,
it's
oh gosh, oh my gosh.
yeah, it was become all of it was becoming very hard to watch, you know? Like, I feel like everybody's sort of in this imminent danger from someone, you know? All the good
Yeah,
people anyway.
mostly from Sidwell at this
Sidwell,
point.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, I mean, I guess I would say, on Lucas's behalf that, he this is a real test of what Marco's made of, and if he helps Lucas, then, I could see, Lucas thinking, "Yeah, okay, see, I was right to stay with him,"
And
but
for the most part, I think I do believe that Marco is in love with Lucas and would want to protect him, but I think if it comes down to it, he's gonna choose Lucas. And
hmm, yeah,
no, you're not
maybe.
feeling that?
No, no, maybe. I think he didn't expect he'd ever be tested this way. I think
No,
he
probably
really
not.
believed he could just
Yeah.
keep these things separate, you know?
It would be quite a storyline if Sidwell ends up killing his own son or something in a,
Yeah, yeah,
or even
right.
injuring him or having to, it would be a chilling, because that seems to be the
Mm.
only like positive emotion that Sidwell has is his
Yeah,
love for his own
yeah,
son.
yeah. So imagine, like, his son jumped in front of Lucas to stop,
Right. Yeah, that's what
him.
I'm envisioning,
Yeah, he
some,
took the
you
bullet
know,
instead. Yeah.
yeah,
Ooh,
from that weasel Pascal or something, which,
wow. Wouldn't that be oh,
I liked
boy.
when at one point oh yeah, when she was talking about like hitting Pascal
Yeah,
up with the
yeah, yeah,
shot. She's like, "Well, I picked him because he's the only one I could take."
yeah.
Poor Pascal, because I'm just a little weasel. But
Yeah.
I bet he's got a lot of stringy strength.
I know, I bet he's scrappy. He hasn't
Yeah,
come this far without being scrappy.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so, ooh,
Anyway,
scary stuff, very scary stuff. Um, let's see. Oh, we did also have, Alexis and Laura had a little
oh yeah,
scene.
I kind of enjoyed that. I liked how they sort of worked it through. A couple of seasoned ladies that worked through their emotions together on that.
Yeah, I was very upset with Alexis initially because I thought she was very
Yeah,
rude to Laura, but she
yeah,
did come around, and it did seem like, yeah, that was a pretty realistic, I guess, sort of reaction, you know?
yeah. I kind of thought maybe Laura would like go ahead and reveal what was happening, and
I
because
know.
Alexis, I mean, who understands blackmail more than Alexis?
Right,
Like
right,
she's
yeah.
either being blackmailed or blackmailing somebody else or whatever. There's always
Always, yeah.
some blackmail somewhere in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, right. I do I just again, I hate that Laura's sitting there, like, sorta groveling and looking so sort of, like she
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
she felt guilty and, like, she disappointed Alexis, and it's like, "Laura, Alexis is no saint," you know?
yeah. You're gonna hate me. I just had this thought. You're gonna hate me, but I'm just gonna say it. I won't look it up now. I'll wait. Uh,
Thank you. Okay.
Maybe one of our listeners knows. They're so great on our page. They're always like go when we say stuff we can't remember, they'll come on and tell
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
anyway, I just thought I kept saying the word blackmail, and I thought, I wonder what the roots of that is, like
Uh,
blackmail. Like, was there?
weird, weird.
Do you know?
Odd. No, no, I don't. But I think I forwarded that email, like, thing that I get all the time that has these like, expressions, and it's like, "Where did this expression come from?"
Yeah, I love that
And
stuff.
and
You
every
know, I
time I see
do.
that, it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh god, why don't I unsubscribe to that?" I have no interest in learning where that expression came from.
Isn't it interesting that I have so much curiosity and you have so little?
So little, yeah. It's probably not good. It's probably good to have curiosity.
No, I think what it is that you have more of a life, like more of a real life going, and you just don't have the bandwidth.
Well, I would question the expression "real life." I just have
Well,
I
you
just have a
know,
job that requires, like, sort of, like,
yeah, so
faking it till you make it, like, all the time, so,
yeah, yeah, and I have
yeah.
more weird sporadic stuff going on, and,
I'd say that's
anyway,
more of a real life, you're
I don't know, it's weird, but,
doing stuff you enjoy.
anyway, so that's why I have the bandwidth to, like, be
Mhm.
curious about,
Mhm. Mhm.
was the male actually black? Like, where does it
Okay.
come from? But I'll look it up later. Anyway, okay,
Okay.
we gotta get
Alright.
to today 'cause, we're
Yeah, we do.
probably yeah,
Mhm. Okay, yeah, I think we could probably jump to today. Yeah, I
I'd
mean,
like to, okay.
yeah, okay, let's go ahead. Alright, so we had a little scene at Charlie's Pub.
Which, yeah, opening back up looks a little fancier, less woodwork, more like marbly kinda stuff going
Yeah,
on.
looks
I
like
like that
front
Christina's
porch.
gonna have somewhere to be again.
I
Hooray.
do too, but don't you think, like, again, they could have dropped a line or 2 back over the last few months that this was in the works, you know?
Yes, it makes you think that they just thought of it yesterday.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why they can't consider all these characters sort of whole people, you
Right,
know?
ongoing stuff, right,
Yeah,
right,
even if they're
but
not on the show that much,
yeah.
we still need some of these blanks filled in.
Did you feel any, like, "woo" between, Christina and Jacinda again, or is it still just me on that?
Uh, I'm gonna say it's just you, but maybe I'm wrong, because it does feel like there's a slightly different energy than there would be if it was just, I don't know, like Christina and, like, name any other, like, woman in town, it does seem a little different.
Well, okay, so Willow was her Jacinda's predecessor with Michael, like, did you feel any "ooh" when Willow was around Christina? I did not.
No, no, right,
Yeah,
right,
okay.
yeah, yeah, she
I think
seems
everybody's ready for a big, hot, gay like, that hockey thing, which I haven't watched, but was all the rage, right? You
yeah,
know?
sure. I suppose that yeah, that might mark the beginning of a new wave of storylines. Um,
Oh, well, anyway, I they just I would like for Christina to have a story and stop just butting her snout into
yeah,
everybody else's.
I'm so tired of that part of her
Yeah,
personality, yeah.
everyone is. She probably is.
She probably is, yeah, 'cause it almost well, I guess sometimes it pans out, like, I guess it
Yeah,
kind of did with Cody and Molly, but,
yeah,
I'd like things to happen more organically for everybody and not have her be pulling the strings.
right, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Charlie's Pub, okay, cool.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, we had, the case being shelved on Who
Right,
Shot Drew, which
right.
I don't know, is that really how that works? They're just like, "Well, we'll ask one more guy about the keys, and then we're done."
You know, that seems so lame, It's like they didn't even
Yeah.
entertain the possibility that somebody could have made a copy of a key,
Right,
you
they
know?
didn't yeah, there was yeah, very talk about lack of curiosity, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's more fatal if you're a cop.
Yeah, yeah, so that was silly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and I thought, like, seriously, Kai, you're not feeling a little bit of a twinge of,
they're acting like we were told we couldn't reveal that we were
right,
like, I was like, "Oh, come on."
I
That was
know,
yeah, yeah. I'm
and
very annoyed with,
Trina.
Trina at the moment, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
storyline, Okay, so can we dive into that? So
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
had all the stuff Friday that, mom and daughter have made up. Ooh,
Mhm.
ooh, gushy, gushy. And then again, they couldn't have mentioned to Trina what they were thinking about with the house. It had to all go down that day. Like, come over, here comes the
Right,
realtor. That
right,
seemed
right. Mhm,
ridiculous.
mhm.
Um,
Yep, yep.
and I don't know, maybe this storyline, this dynamic with the divorcing parents and the daughter might have worked if Trina had been in high school,
Or yeah, at least younger, much younger than she is now, I would say.
but
Um,
it's putting her in a very bad light and it's like, why are you giving this grown
mhm,
woman that is your daughter, but who is essentially a grown woman, so much
mhm.
power over how things are happening in your family? I never got that much power to this
No.
day. I have really.
I know Portia was really, like, sort of throwing herself at Trina's mercy, like, over
Yeah.
and over
And it's like,
again.
what are you doing? You're like,
Yeah.
have some pride and, be a parent. Don't, it was very like, what are they doing here?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't, I don't like it. And I think it makes the Trina character come off as very snotty and self-involved and then she turns around with her boyfriend and is starting to tell him what to do again too. I'm like, what is the appeal for him in
I
this
know.
woman?
I don't know exactly. I mean, she seems so sorta nasty with him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's not really doing anything wrong, and when he said,
He's making
like
his own decisions.
right, right, yeah, that's really all he's guilty of, and, I kinda like that he's decided to make some of these decisions, even if they're a little bit risky for him, but yeah, I don't know. Trina is
Yeah.
a bit
So
of a monster right now.
yeah. So even though, like, okay, she forgave her mother and that was nice, but I don't know, just that whole, I don't know. My family moved. Um, well, I moved with I'm the youngest, but I
Mhm,
think we moved like 9 or 10 times during my tenure with
mhm,
the family.
mhm,
And my brother's like, I don't know, 12 or 13.
mhm.
Were we ever consulted about whether it was going to be okay to do that?
Right, right.
No.
Right, and Trina's not even living there
And she didn't
anymore.
ever live there. Did she ever live there?
If she did, it was brief. Yeah, they didn't have that house for
She
very
was in
long.
college.
Yep, yeah, yeah. So
So that seemed ridiculous to me. Like,
mhm,
you don't give
yeah.
your child that kind of power over the family dynamic.
No, and it looks
Um,
like Curtis is kind of falling for it, this, like, fantasy or something that she has about
yeah.
what this house
I think
is.
what's going to be funny though is he's going to keep the house and move Jordan right in and then try to take the baby.
Oh
And
god.
like he and
Oh,
Portia are kind of playing together nicely
yeah,
now,
yeah,
but
right.
I don't
Mhm,
know. I'm thinking that's not
mhm.
going to last.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know. Right, right, yeah, that could get super messy. Don't like
Speaking
that.
of brother, one of my brothers just sent me some Facebook link. I'm always scared to tap on things for my brothers.
Yeah, yeah. You should be.
It's gonna be something gross.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Mm,
anyway, so that storyline is driving me nuts.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and it seems like I don't know if it's that the writers aren't thinking of Trina as a college student, as someone who's got her own life, and shouldn't be as invested in her parents at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, I get like that would of course be shattered by your parents divorcing. Probably more so if they'd actually been together your whole lifetime. That
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
but of course you would be upset. You would be shattered. But you at this point you'd be so involved in your own life. Your
Mhm,
own. You're like about to like head out into the world,
mhm.
and so
Yeah.
I don't know. Your parents would be a little bit in your rear view mirror at this point. You would,
Exactly. Yeah, I would think so. And she
and
also has enough like sort of tragedy in her past that should have a bit more perspective, on where this
yeah,
falls.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So I don't know.
yeah,
It's too bad they didn't try to like do something a little different, a little more original maybe.
yeah.
Would
My
you?
my mom, like, when they had when I was like done with college, they still like kept a room for me and not my
Mhm.
brothers, which,
She's not
which
gonna make it out
yeah,
there.
which maybe was like more because like they thought I was gonna need to move back home, but I
Yeah.
took it as oh they love me the best.
That's adorable.
Whereas my brother's rooms were clearly turned into like guest rooms, um, and mine was kept with like my like plastic horses and childhood things. And I
Oh
remember
god.
like telling my mom, I was like, "Mom, that's so sweet, but you really don't need to. You can do something else with this room. You don't have to." But
And then she said, "Yeah, but can you do something else?"
yeah, no, anyway. So, I mean, it's believable that Trina would have a room in the
Yeah,
house, but
yeah,
it wouldn't really be where she lived and hasn't been living there. So anyway, I'll stop now. But I was
yeah,
just like seriously,
I
um,
know. Point taken. Yeah, and
mm,
I like you said about Kai, like what's the appeal of Trina now?
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I mean, she's dragged him into so much of her family drama
yeah. And
and
I like you said, the impulse to stay and work for Willow
Mhm.
shows that he's got some compassion for Drew, which is a nice
Mhm.
quality.
Yeah,
Like he wants
yeah.
to protect, even
Mhm.
though he realizes that Drew was not the man he thought he was. He
Right.
doesn't want to see him murdered, and
Mhm.
so it's
Mhm.
altruistic. It's a positive thing on his part. And Trina's just like, we moved on from that, Kai.
I
Like
know.
didn't say that,
I
but that
know.
was the vibe I got from her.
Yeah, yeah, and it kinda seems like you said, like, Britt saw Dalton get shot, so she's, like, rattled to her core, you know?
Yeah,
And although Kai and Trina didn't see Drew get shot, they were so close and they saw the aftermath, you'd think they would be, almost as rattled as Britt and take it as seriously, you know?
yeah, yeah, yep.
But they'd and just the fact, yeah, that he's, like, paralyzed now and at Willow's mercy, you'd think they would, I don't know, be feeling a
Yeah.
little more for him or, at least feeling like they should, keep an eye on her, whether or not they wanna help Drew, you know?
Yeah, right. Like just if for the children's sake, if not for
Yeah,
Drew's sake, like,
yeah.
is this woman
Mhm,
dangerous?
mhm. Yep, yep.
Um,
So,
yeah. Anyway, all right.
anywho,
What else?
yeah.
We kind of talked about the scene, the photo shoot, and
Mhm, mm,
Laura's still trying to like act like she's. I mean, it's funny that she's acting like she goes her own way in spite of what everybody's telling her, meaning
mhm.
Sidwell, but she has bowed down to everything.
Right, right.
Um,
I know. It did seem a little bit, I don't know, reckless of her to be sort of encouraging Willow to, like, be
Right,
her
well,
own
and
woman.
that's what faux Ezra was trying to say to
Yeah,
her, like, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I like that
Um
he's becoming such a sympathetic character, I love him, even though
And I do believe even with the faux Ezra that he does care about Laura's safety.
Yeah, right, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly, yeah. You don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna have a thing, do you, while Kevin's in Ir is he in Ireland with
Yeah, I don't
Ruth?
I
Yeah.
kinda hope not, although I wouldn't mind if they became buddies and maybe, tried
Yeah,
to figure out how to get everybody out from underneath
right, teamed
Sidwell.
up, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that'll happen,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of people now who realize just how diabolical Sidwell is.
It'd
Um
be funny if Laura and Ezra started going to hot yoga together and
that would be cute. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Um, let's see. So, yeah, okay, we talked a little bit about Ned and how good Ned looks, and I thought he did a good job talking to Chase, raised some
Yeah,
good points, you
yeah,
know?
and
I I mean, I don't know if I would want my dad interfering like that, but I thought Chase did kinda need to hear how this weighs on Brooklyn.
yeah, and I think that if you choose to live under like this in this
Yeah, yeah.
family compound like that,
Mhm.
then you're kind of leaving yourself open to a lot of advice. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, right, that's kind of fair game, I think.
Yeah, and,
Mhm,
I like the parallel, conversations
mhm.
with, Brook
Tracy
Lynn
Brook,
and
yeah,
Tracy at the same time.
mhm,
Again, having tea, give
mhm.
me your analysis of that china.
Yeah, well, I think I said before, the little mugs seem like the things they give you on the airplane for coffee.
Yeah, this was like a new set, and again, attention was drawn to it as another special set.
I know, they're not that's not
And
what that
and yeah, the
you
props
could
department, apparently, they're not English, maybe. Um,
they're not English, and they don't even have, like, a TJ Maxx nearby because you could get
I
some
guess you could get something quite a bit fancier from
yeah,
TJ Maxx. It's
yeah,
giving me
you
gift ideas for you. I feel like you should have a fancy tea set in your kitchen, shouldn't you?
well, I wish I liked tea, um,
I know, I do
you
too.
know? Yeah.
I'd like to switch, but man, am I
Mhm,
addicted to coffee. Like,
mm,
uh, um,
yeah,
I
eh
you could drink coffee out of your tea set though, right? Or
that's
is that
true, that's
sacrilege? Is that
no
sacrilege? Like British people are probably like, "Oh my god,
huh. Oh, that's a good
maybe it
question.
stains the cups or something." I don't know.
Well, tea can stain a cup too.
My
Um,
grandmother always had. She was kind of a what do you call it? Anglophile? Is that the
yeah,
right word?
yeah.
And she always had a lot of very strict rules about the tea making, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think she would have been happy about my drinking coffee out of it, one of her teacups. But
Mm. Uh,
anyway, so I was disappointed in the props department, like on that
yeah,
front
yeah.
again.
Mhm. Yep.
But other than that, the conversation, okay, it all had to be said. I feel like we're
Mhm,
setting Chase up though for like I feel like we're going to be seeing Chase trying to get back on track, and now
mhm.
Chase is probably going to be let go from the police department. So he's gonna get
He's
some
gonna be
big
tested.
consequences. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, God, what if Willow decided to hire him as security or something like that, you know?
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Um
you think there'll be a test with Willow somehow?
Well, it seems like now that things aren't going exactly according to her plan, she'll try to figure out some other way, maybe, of because she wants to eliminate Michael, right? She wants him out of the way so
Yeah.
she can
Oh
have
God,
full
I hope
custody.
eliminate doesn't really mean eliminate.
I don't think it means eliminate yet. I don't know how well, I mean, she is capable of murder though, so or,
Yeah. Yeah.
close. I don't know. But I do think Chase isn't out of the woods yet.
No,
He
I
might
feel like
think he
I,
is, but
yeah,
you know.
I feel like mentally he's like turning the corner and trying to like get back on track, and then he's gonna somehow get sucked back in
Yeah.
or
He'll hear
something,
that
you
yeah,
know.
he'll
Yeah.
hear that they aren't pursuing the case against Michael, and that will make him
That will
angry.
enrage him, yeah. With
Um
all that young man anger that gets him in such trouble.
Yeah, it does, it does.
It really
So I'm
does.
kinda glad that Tracy's still sort of suspicious of, you know, whether or not he can be
Willow?
trusted.
Oh, him, yeah.
Yeah, and Willow, yeah, but yeah, I feel like she's gonna be the eyes in this household of, what the dangers might be.
Yeah. Yep.
You know? And I don't blame Brooklyn for, like, wanting to believe Chase and believing him, like, she's kinda all in, and that's how she should be, really.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
don't know. I want happiness for them, but
I do too, I know, I don't want Chase to really have to, like, work his way back from, a worse place than he's in right now.
if we just got happiness, it wouldn't be a soap opera, right? So,
I'd like to try it for just, like, a month.
is there a show that you watch that where everyone's just happy and they just sit
Happy?
around like talking about
Well
how happy they are with their lives and
I don't know if happy is the word, but that's the nice thing about a sitcom is generally, nothing's too serious. If it is, they kind of resolve it within a half an hour, you know,
well, that's true. Yeah.
and you get
Okay.
to laugh a lot, like along the way, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that you just like a fun. Well, what in the world are you doing watching these like heart-wrenching shows? And
I
did you
don't
watch The Pit for this week yet?
I believe I am caught up with the pit. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I
Mhm.
had to look away the tongue
Oh
suturing.
god, yeah, yeah.
Could not, could not. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, okay, all right.
I know. Yeah, that's very graphic, very
Yeah,
graphic.
and I feel like they're gonna push it each week with a more, I don't
Mhm,
know, like they're
mhm.
really like that's part of their sort of shock and awe thing
Yeah,
with
right,
the.
right.
Speaking of doctor's experiences, I'm good. I just have a new
Mhm.
doctor, so I had to have a new blood draw because they're, you
Okay.
know, after me about the cholesterol again,
Mhm, mhm.
because I
Yeah.
tried to squirrel my way out. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
new blood draw guy,
Uh-huh.
and so it went fine. And then
Okay.
they put the little cotton ball and they wrap the tape around it,
Yeah,
and
uh-huh.
and he did this thing like I stood up, you know, and he
Mhm.
like grabbed my arm and pressed on that spot and
Huh.
held it and like looked at me in a soulful way for what felt like 3 minutes. I,
Oh.
I don't know what I was like. Oh, like I guess to make sure that it wasn't, going to bleed. Like they never really bleed. It
Uh-huh,
might be a little
uh-huh.
drop like on the cotton ball, but he'd already
Uh-huh.
wrapped it up, and I was like, I didn't know if it was like a blessing or.
It
Uh,
sounds like you had, like, a romantic moment, Gia.
No, it wasn't. It was more like it almost felt like a religious moment or something. And
Huh,
but
huh.
I was, getting up and about to grab my sweatshirt and head out.
Mhm, mhm.
You've never had that. Should I should I report this?
Well, once I was at the hospital, I had
Oh,
passed out, and I was
oh,
getting stitches on my chin.
was this
Uh,
recently? Was I supposed to
no.
bring you a Pop Chart?
No,
I,
this was way before the Pop-Tart incident.
uh,
Um, but I think I was student teaching, so I was, like, 21 or 22 at my high school that I went to, and I was getting ready to go
oh,
to school in the morning, and I just, like, felt like waves crashing, and I just, like, conked out. Um, but there was a beautiful young resident, a guy a guy who was sorta asking me, like, "Do you have a cold or anything?" And he just seemed like he was making this sustained eye contact, and it
uh-huh,
was
yeah,
yeah, I still remember it,
yeah. I
obviously,
still
this was,
remember.
like 40 years ago, and I still wish I could find this young man.
Oh, well, anyway, I don't know.
Anyway,
We'll see what happens next time. Like he's like so it's an office, and I think he's the guy, so it'll be him again
okay.
whenever.
Oh,
But
okay. Uh-huh.
they don't do that at LabCorp. I'll tell you that. They're like, "Oh, we don't have time for that today, honey. You get out
Yeah.
of here." They're like, and I'm like, I feel a little faint. We don't have time for that.
Quit whining, get out of here.
They're like, we've got 300 people in our waiting room. But anyway, we'll see.
Uh,
We'll see how
yeah,
that goes.
okay, alright.
Maybe he was doing like a low cholesterol blessing or something. I hope it works.
I do too, I do too. Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Anyway, did we talk about everything? I feel like we did.
Mostly, I guess, yeah, we had a little Justine and Sunny where she told
Oh,
him,
see, I don't
you
even
know
want to.
I know, I mean, I'm glad they seem to be, like, they're fine. I don't know if that I hope they don't make out again, but I don't know. I
I
don't know if we
probably
can make
will.
yeah, but anyway, so he knows that there's no investigation going forward. Michael knows because Dante tells him.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's gonna come around to Willow, and is she going to, can she use her influence to press them to it, or is she just gonna try to find some other way?
Well, I kind of agreed with what she said. Like, them looking into it further is
Right,
not
right, right.
necessarily good for her. Like
That's
if I
true.
were, I'd be like, okay, like, well, let's just
Yeah,
leave things alone.
yeah.
And
Right, right, yeah.
but I do think you're right that this will be a real test for Chase when he hears this news. He's going to be like,
Mhm, mhm.
is he going to go ballistic again? And yeah,
Right, right. Yeah, I don't know. And is she gonna try to find some other way to get Michael, to compromise sort of Michael, you know?
yeah.
I don't know. Mhm.
Well,
But
we shall see.
it's funny though, like, she all she wanted was her kids, and now it seems like she's gonna be super busy with all
I
this other
know,
stuff.
I know. Yeah, yeah. I know. It's just silly.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
well, we shall see. Anyway, it was a good couple days, and you're right, not magical, but we can't have magical every day,
No,
so
that's true. That's true.
we
Yeah.
wouldn't appreciate it. Um,
Mhm. Yeah.
but maybe
So
tomorrow will be more magical. We'll see.
oh, yeah, well, we have, Chase and Brook Lynn,
Oh, right,
spotting
seeing a body or something. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
right,
yeah. We didn't
yeah,
even cover that because it was very end. Whose body is
variant.
it? Who's
I
it going to
don't
be?
know, I don't know. Huh.
Dalton reappearing?
Well, where was he? Where did he wind up? Jason got rid of the body, right?
I think so. Like
I don't
probably in more than one piece somewhere.
ye
I think Jason knows what he's doing, right? I mean,
yeah, so I don't think he'd wind
yeah.
up, resurfacing. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess we'll
Okay.
find out tomorrow, maybe, hopefully.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we appreciate you folks. Thanks for all your input on the Facebook page. I'm not totally caught up on everything, but
Yeah, thank you, everybody, and thank you for keeping tabs on that, G. I appreciate that.
well, it's very little. I do very little. Anyway, we hope nobody passes out, and we hope you all enjoy tea out of a beautiful tea china
And
set.
if you're giving blood or somebody's drawing your blood, we hope they squeeze your arm for a few extra
And
seconds.
look at deep into your eyes as if
Soulfully, yeah.
as if penetrating your soul. I just wanted to say penetrate. Okay.
Oh gosh. Now you've undone everything.
Okay. We're all done. We're all
Yep.
done, people. We'll see you in a
Okay.
few days.
Okay. Good night, Gia.
All right. See ya.
Bye.